On this episode of the Dr. Tina Show, The Quick and Dirty, I'm going to be doing a brief episode all about why I love stairs. I know you're probably saying, what does that have to do with anything? I freaking love going upstairs and I love going up hills. It's something that I have loved for years and years. Given the opportunity, I will climb stairs any day. And I was reminded of this yesterday when I was in the airport with my husband, and he's the best. He loves climbing stairs too, or basically just walking fast wherever I go. I'm a very fast walker. And he's a much faster walker because he's got much longer legs. And every single staircase I find, I take. I don't take the escalator. I don't take elevators. I climb the stairs given the opportunity. And even on the escalator, I'll climb those too. I don't just ride, passively up the way. I got to thinking about all the benefits of stairs, and I've been following the data over the years. And it's really compelling. My love with stairs started back when I was going through a terrible divorce years and years ago. I was a single mom. I was in bankruptcy. I was trying to get through 2 medical programs at the same time and just like getting out on the tail end of it and starting a practice. It was all just a very tumultuous time. And I used to go to a place called Mount Tabor in Portland, and I would climb the stairs at Mount Tabor. I'd put on some music and I'd take the stairs. And I did this over and over and over until I had thoroughly exhausted any of my anxious or nervous energy out of me. I, expelled all the demons, if you will. And then I'd go home and I felt great. And there's something about climbing up hills I love. Now, granted, I have wonky hips and low back, so I don't love going downstairs and I don't love going down hills, but going up, I don't know, there's something I get out of it. So a couple of years ago, my daughter was really struggling with low mood and just having a tough time. And I moved her to an apartment complex that was up 3 flights of stairs. And I did this very intentionally because I knew that she would feel better. I knew if she had to climb those stairs multiple times a day, because she had a little dog that she had to take out to go to the bathroom all the time. And I knew if she had to climb up these stairs, there's no elevator, I knew she'd feel better. I just knew it. And I have 3 flights of stairs in my house, depending on whether we're going up or down into the basement. And I'll run those all day long. And when I'm feeling bad, I'll pick up some dumbbells and I'll run up and down the stairs, or I don't run. I huff it up and I come down, and I huff it up and I come down. And the reason I knew that she and I both love stairs was because we were in Mexico one time, and she was going through a difficult phase at that point as a teenager. And we were staying in a hotel room in Mexico that was up 10 flights of stairs, like big flights. And there was an elevator. And I said on day one, we're taking these stairs every single day, all day long. We are not taking the elevator. And so we challenged ourselves on that trip. It was about a week long, and we took the stairs every single time we had to go back to our room. And by the end of the trip, we felt amazing. So we both love the stairs. That's established. Well, there's good data to back this up. In fact, there was data showing a couple of years ago that women who took the stairs had lower rates of depression and improved mood. There's data showing improvements in type 2 diabetes. There's data showing improvements in all-cause mortality, insulin sensitivity improvements, decreased risk of cardiovascular disease, improvements in VO2 max. I mean, we have the studies. Now, many of these studies are correlative. They're not causative because they're based on huge groups. Like many of them are around 400,000 to 500,000 people that they looked at, and they used databases and biobanks. So they were looking at folks' information. Some of it was surveys, some of it was subjective survey analysis, some of it was objective, where they actually did look at causative, and it's astonishing. So if you just take the stairs, bigger improvements than walking. Some of these studies showed short duration of stairs, 5 to 6 minutes a day, showed better improvements than 30 minutes of walking. So I was right. I am redeemed on this one. The stairs are freaking magic, and I want you to take them every single chance you get. Plus, I'll give you a little pearl. If you focus on your form when you take the stairs, you're going to do really good things for your glutes and your hips. And if you have bad hips and you say, Dr. Tina, I don't like the stairs because my hips hurt, the stairs are actually going to help you rehabilitate your hips. And how you do it is you just make sure that your knee is tracking over your toes. Your knees are not bowing in or they're not bowing out. You want to just make sure you have good control, brace your core, take a breath in, bear down like you're bracing to get punched in the gut, and breathe in and out through your nose, and take the stairs with a good core brace, and make sure that your glutes are firing when you do it. And you will seriously, you will find improvement in your hip and knee pain. I promise. I have told many, many patients to use the stairs and they report back with good results. So a 2023 study published at the end of the year out of the Journal of Atherosclerosis from Tulane University was where the study was done. Daily stair climbing, disease susceptibility, and risk of atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, a prospective cohort study. This was based on surveys and it's correlative, not causative. Walking more than 5 flights of stairs a day can cut the risk of heart disease by 20%. Taking at least 50 steps up the stairs each day could significantly slash the risk for heart disease. They looked at data of more than 450,000 adults in the UK Biobank. They calculated participant susceptibility to cardiovascular disease based on family history, genetic risk factors, and established risk factors such as high blood pressure and history of smoking. They were also asked their frequency of stair climbing. They did a 12.5-year follow-up and they found these results, which is just phenomenal. Surprisingly, and of note, participants who discontinued stair climbing between the baseline and the resurvey, the 12 and a half years later, exhibited a higher risk of cardiovascular disease in comparison to those who never engaged in stair climbing. So don't stop taking the stairs is the take home from this. A 2024 study in the Journal of Preventive Medicine titled Association of Stair Use with Risk of Major Chronic Diseases, roughly the same amount of people. They looked at the same data bank, the UK Biobank, and they found the results were that participants were followed for a median of 10.9 years. Climbing stairs greater than 15 times per day was associated with a lower risk of 8 of the 9 outcomes analyzed than not using the stairs. The magnitude of association ranged from 3% lower risk for all-cause cancer to 51% lower risk of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. The conclusions were that stair use was associated with a lower risk of all-cause mortality and cause-specific incident of mortality independent of confounding factors, including adiposity and multimorbidity. Adiposity is fat and like how much fat you have on your body. And then multimorbidity is just having lots of different diseases. So it was independent of having obesity and having other disease processes going on. Then a 2024 presentation at the European Society of Cardiology showed, again, out of 480,000 participants, over that actually, with a fairly even split between males and females, ages range from 35 to 84 years old. The study population included healthy participants as well as those with a previous history of heart attack or peripheral arterial disease, which is basically where your arteries down in your periphery, arms and legs start, specifically the legs mostly, start to plaque up. The researchers reported that participants who climbed stairs had a 24% reduced risk of dying during the study period compared to those who did not climb stairs, just from all causes. The stair climbers also had a 39% lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease and a lower overall risk of developing cardiovascular disease or suffering a heart attack, heart failure, or having a stroke. So that's what I got for you. Take the damn stairs, find reasons to take the stairs, always take the stairs, learn how to do step-ups appropriately so that you don't cause undue stress on your knees or hips. This will help your glutes. This will help your thighs. This will help your knees. This will help your heart. This will help your insulin sensitivity. This will help your brain. This will help your mood and so much more. So I hope that's helpful. If you guys like the podcast, please head over to your favorite podcast player and make sure to subscribe, rate, and review. Those ratings and reviews really help. They get the word out so other people can hear this information. And the algorithm favors me when I do well with the ratings and reviews. So leave them if you got them. And let us know what you think of the podcast. You can email us at podcast@drtina.com and let me know what you'd like to hear about in future episodes of these quick and dirty, short duration podcasts. We'll see you later.